Hi, my name is Tammy Sammons, and I am the founder and coordinator for Get Real Ministries Yarn Group. And I wanted to get on here and give a review of a fiber festival that is in our area. Get Real Ministries is here in Moorhead, Kentucky, and every year since I have learned about the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival that takes place in Lexington, Kentucky, it is a must go to. This festival happens the third Saturday of every May, and this year of 2018, it will be May 19th and 20th, and it's held at Masterston Station Park there in Lexington. And you can get on their website at www.kentuckysheepandfiber.com, and you can find their address, and there's a listing there of the classes and workshops that they offer and that are available. This year they will have over 70 vendors, and I am super excited. For me, it is like the Super Bowl event of our community, and so I get really excited around this time of the year. And so I wanted to get on here and just share with you what goes on at the Fiber Festival. Um, One of my most favorite booth vendors there, this gentleman from North Carolina, he makes knitting needles, and they're so smooth. They're made out of birchwood, and you can get them in certain lengths. These are shorter ones. You can get them longer. They also have double points. They also have crochet hooks, and they also have baskets. And each year I purpose to get a set of these because I love these, and they're very reasonably priced. And also, I wanted to give a shout out to a local yarn shop that we have in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, Native Twist. And Laura is the store owner there, and she will also be set up as a vendor and will have merchandise from her local yarn shop. So, there's just any area of fiber that you are interested in as a fiber artist is represented there. And so they they show you how to card the fleece. They have roving. You can also purchase fleece by the ounce. They have different colors. They have people there who hand dye their own yarn. I wrote some things down here. There's people there that they are spinning the fiber into yarn. There's people there actually in their vendor booths with a drop spindle right there spinning. There's a petting zoo, which is always fun. They have alpacas and llamas and rabbits, and sometimes they do have goats, and you can pet those and take pictures with them. And last year, 2017, they had a pink llama, and so I think they put some hair color on it, and it was really cool. And also, they have the live demonstration of sheep shearing. So they show you how to do that, and the organization that does that, they go into real detail while they're shearing the sheep as to the process and what's taking place as you're watching that. And they do it within several minutes. And so the fleece off of the sheep comes off in one solid piece of fleece, which is so amazing to me. And they also have a lady there that does rug punching, and that booth vendor is really interesting. They have weaving. They have people there who have handcrafted buttons and shawl pins. There's a lady there that does felting and needle felting. Um, one of the booths last year that was really interesting, a lady had leather straps that you could put on purses and make your own purse from knitted or crochet and then put a leather handle on it, and that was really cool. And last year was I got my Amish spindle that you put a hank of yarn on and you use it in with your winder, and as you're winding it holds your hank there, and they work well together. So I was excited last year to be able to make that investment into the group with the Amish winder. And they also have vendors there that do homemade, handmade crafted soaps and lotions and wool washes so that you can clean your wool. Um, what to bring with you? This is a big one. The first year I went, I was so overwhelmed. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to take with me. And so now that I've been there a few years, there's definitely a few things that you want to do. First of all, when you go in the gate, after you pay your admission fee of $5, which is an excellent price for that, you don't have to pay for parking, just admission, $5. They have set up a booth that has the project bags and t-shirts, both long sleeve, short sleeve, and also some hoodies, I believe, that they have the current year's logo on them. And so the last couple of years, I've got a t-shirt with the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival logo on it. The bags are sturdy, are durable, they're cotton canvas, and definitely something that you would want to invest in. And I think it was around maybe $15 for the bag, but it would last a long, long time. Also, something that you might want to consider going to the Fiber Festival is if you do have business cards, let the other vendors know who you are, introduce yourself, share what your story is, share what you do with the fiber industry, and that way you get yourself out there and you get more familiar with people who are like-minded and have the same interest as you do. Also, I would recommend taking a small notepad. And the reason for this is if you know that you're going to be working on a project and you've yet to buy the yarn for that, but you know that you're on the lookout for the yarn for that project, I'm telling you, there is so much yummy, 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 yummy yarns at this festival that you may very well see something and you would say, oh, I want to make a pair of socks, or oh, that would make a pretty vest cardigan. And you don't know how many yards you need, and therefore, how many skeins do I buy? How many hanks do I need to buy? So, that is one key that I have learned from the years of experience is take notes from your own project queue, and that way you have a better idea of how many skeins and how many hanks or how much yardage that you need. And another thing that I thought was very interesting too is a lot of the vendors, they have their own business cards, and so there may be a certain fiber that maybe they're running low on, or you see a sample and you really like it and they're out of stock. You can write down the colorway and the name of the yarn for that vendor on their business card, and you can get in contact with them later to go about purchasing the yarn that they may not have had on hand. So you also, in your little notebook, you can keep these business cards of the vendors that you meet and greet with. And another thing is if your clothing when you go, here in May in Kentucky, sometimes it can be rather humid and warm. And the one thing that I've learned is when it is hot and you are in the building where it's an open building, but it's really hot in these areas, and they do have fans that circulate the air, but I guess where all the fibers are in there, the heat gets so intense. So you may want to dress, um, for summer when you go. And if it's raining, um, when you go to fill the fibers at different vendors, they may feel kind of weird because of the humidity. But keep in mind that the weather when you do go, and wear your most comfortable shoes because you will do a lot of walking and a lot of standing. And I also recommend taking maybe a bottled water or pop, and you can put that in your bag and just have it on hand because it just gets intense. The heat does, it seems like, because all that fiber is keeping all of the warmth in that room. And also, if you have made something, wear it. And, obviously, if it's real hot and it's real sticky and warm outside, you're not going to want to wear your winter hats and your scarves. But if you have a clothing item that you have made, wear it. And be prepared for someone to come up to and ask you, well, hey, I like your cardigan. I like your vest. I like your top. Did you make that? And you can say yes with confidence. I made this, and it's this pattern in this yarn and this colorway. So be able to describe what you're wearing that you made because people are interested in it. And it also gives you that boost of encouragement, that somebody really noticed that you had on a nice item of clothing. And the next thing is this one is a big one for a fiber festival. Make sure that your cell phone is fully charged. You will see the most wonderful, luscious, yummy yarns and want to take pictures of them, and your battery's almost dead. So make sure your phone is fully charged. Take some videos, have some fun, and just this is I always tell my husband, this is the one time of year, like I said, is the Super Bowl for me. I save up my monies, and this is the festival that I like to splurge on myself, to buy for myself, and try some of those yummy yarns. And so if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact us. We will be there at the Fiber Festival this year as just as visitors, and looking forward to just going and having a good time. And if you have further questions for the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival, you can get online at www.kentuckysheepand.com. And so if you have a chance out and support your local